Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Axel James Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do dede. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello?
Bësal mu fay.
What?
Bësal mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. Ak Wave. Bësal mu fine. Wave. Your money is yours.
It's Wednesday, the 15th of October, 2025, and you're with Coffee Time live on radio in the Gambia on FM 92.1, also online www.wcr.gm. As I said at the beginning of the program, we are honored this morning to have the presence of two inspiring guests, Patrick Prera and Philip Sambu. Now, they represent a powerful movement of faith, leadership, and community, and they are here to share the story of OCMD, the Organization of Catholic Men for Development. This is a Christian men's organization. It's dedicated to uplifting lives, strengthening spiritual values, and driving positive change in our community. So whether you are a man seeking purpose or a youth looking for guidance or simply curious about how faith can fuel development, this conversation is for you, and let's go straight to it. And welcome, Patrick.
Thank you very much, Peter, and thank you for having me here today.
Tell us a thing or two about yourself.
My name is Patrick Prera, schooled in the Gambia here from nursery school, primary school, high school, up to University of the Gambia. Now working and raising a family here in the Gambia.
Philip?
Thank you, Uncle Peter. I'm a salesman, businessman, entrepreneur. We've been in this line for almost 23 years now.
Starting with you, Philip, what inspired the creation of OCMD?
OCMD is, like you rightly mentioned, Organization for Christian Men for Development, which I joined a year ago through the inspiration of the elders that I see there. Catholic men that have been supported to the church coming together to give back to the church, coming together with what they have, which is their skills, their talents, and with that to nurture and inspire other young people to join in.
Mm-hmm. And Patrick, what are the core values of OCMD?
As Philip said, let me just take from where Philip stops. As Philip said, we are inspired to establish this organization because we, as young men, Catholic men in the Gambia, we know most of us are coming from Catholic schools, and the Catholic school has shaped our lives, and now we are here and we want to give back to the church. So you cannot give back to the church if you don't have anything. So based on that, we have developed a program, our constitution, and from there we have what we call our core values that helps us to give back to the church. And the core values are love for all, faithfulness, decency, and caring and sharing. So based on this, we derive our principles of helping the church in the Gambia.
Okay, so your activities are all centered on and around the church?
Around the church. But recently we have realized that the church is not only the people worshiping in the Catholic Church, it has to go beyond that. We are considering anyone else who is not even a Catholic or a worshipper in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, because the Catholic Church's work in this country is not confined to only Catholics.
Only Catholics.
Otherwise,
yes.
Why would they have St. Augustine's?
Exactly, and Caritas, for example.
Yes.
So now we are considering touching the lives of everyone who lives in the Gambia here, regardless of who you are, where you worship. That's our target.
And personally, how, is each one of you involved? Philip, what do you do, specifically in OCMD?
As a member that have recently joined through the inspiration, you look at it individually, I'll just be a member for now, but we have a structure, executives in the whole setup. But
you're not in the executive yet?
No, I'm not in the executive, but as a full-fledged member, my role is to support agendas that have been brought forward. And if you look at it on what we have done in the past, we have supported the development of the diocese in different areas through our parishes. You name it, across the board, from Kunkujang, Mariama to Bansang, to many.
We're struggling to build pavilions for the annual pilgrimage. So what's been OCMD's contribution so far, Patrick?
So far, in fact, the way the Kunkujang looks like now, the framework, the picture of Kunkujang Mariam, the shrine, OCMD has taken the lead, apart from what Father Sharp was doing. The grassing of the ground in Kunkujang Mariam was done by OCMD.
Oh, okay.
And then the fence was very short by then. Animals can cross over and then graze on those grasses. We decided to lift the fence up from our own pockets. We contributed money ourselves. We went there ourselves, mold the blocks ourselves. I think we still have those pictures and videos. Mold the blocks ourselves and even build the wall ourselves. Myself here, I was involved in building of the fence.
DIY job.
Yes, and we put up a gate now. So when it's now extended by the committee, that is the gate that has been pulled down from the fence we make and put in the front face of the shrine.
Okay. And who can join OMCD, Philip? And what does membership involve?
Membership would have 3 categories. You have the associate, you have the partner, permanent members, and the aspiring. You look at it, normally the core of OCMD members would be people that are married in church, because we fall in line with the principles of the Catholic faith. That one should be married in church.
So I can, but Martin, who is yet to be married, he cannot join OCMD.
We've also set up a young folks that could join recently. The young people are now involved. In fact, we've also got even young children, our children basically, that we take on youth camps, and which we also whom we also hope to be the future leaders of OCMD.
Of course. And what does membership involve? Monthly subscription, yearly contributions towards the activity programs of OCMD, or what?
No, right now the framework is like this. We have monthly contribution. It was simply $100 per member. But recently, about 3-4 months ago, we had a resolution in a meeting that we had to increase that because cost is always high. We increased it to $200 per member. But we encourage members to pay either 6 months or the whole year, and then we have money on the table to spend. But most of the time, what we do is, if we launch a project and say we want to help this particular section of the church or the Gambian population, we cost the project. And I'll say, look, we have this is the shortfall. What can we do? People start chipping in. Patrick can say, okay, I'm going to put 10,000 towards the project. Philip can say, I'm going to put 15,000 towards the project. That's how we'll raise the money internally to fulfill that project.
And do you collaborate with like-minded faith-based groups like the Knights of St. Peter and Paul? who I suppose preceded you in this country and started what you're doing today.
Yes, you are right, Peter. In fact, our formation, we have drawn inspiration from so many groups in the church, the likes of Knights of St. Peter, St. Vincent de Paul, women's group.
That's what I'm part of.
Yeah, women's group in the Gambia here, like St. Martha's, Legion of Mary. So those are the group we got inspiration from, and we say, look, we are young men.
Okay, they inspired you, but how do you work with them, if you do work with any of them?
In fact, we don't work with them directly, per se. Just to be honest with you, we don't work with them directly. All our projects that we have fulfilled in the past, we do not work with them directly, but I know they support us in one way or the other, or individually. I can remember when we are doing the Pewin in Bansang and Soma, we wrote to certain individuals and they supported. So those individuals, some of them could come from these groups I just mentioned. So individually they help us, but as a group, no. But I'm sure in their prayers they support us.
But is there a particular group you would like OMCD to, partner with?
Oh yes, these are possibilities. OCMD might not be a very old group if you compare to the Knights of St. Peter's, but our doors are open, and I think looking at our strategic plan, which we have to 2030. We've already got areas wherein we're going to partner with most of this group, because in partnership you get stronger. Yeah.
Have you faced any accusation of being how do I say, discriminatory?
Gender bias?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we do from formation. I can remember when we were registered in this group with the Attorney General's chambers. It was very, very difficult. It was in the previous government.
Oh.
Very difficult. There's a time when our documents were sent to NIA office for vetting. By then I was the chairperson of the group. So I was the contact person between the group and the NIA.
What was their worry?
So they can always call me anytime during the day, in the evening. Patrick, where are you? We want you now to come and answer some questions about this group that we are about to form. I'll leave whatever I am doing, rush there, put me in a room, ask me a series of questions. I'll answer. Sometimes they ask, why do you have to form a group in the church and only men? And if you look at the age bracket from 25 to 45, this is active population, active men. What do you intend to achieve? So those are the questions they mostly ask. And I'm sure before they call me, they would have done their groundworks, whether my answer will tally what their findings are from the groundworks. So I've gone to that office several times.
Why do you think they were worried by, one and all men,
maybe it's
two age bracket over 25 to 45?
Maybe it's a new concept. At that time, the nation was, they are watching everything. So when they see our application, it doesn't involve. In fact, they asked me, why don't you involve women in your organization? I said to them, this is a religious group. Women too, they have their own. Legion of Mary is there. St. Martha's Prayer Group is there.
Yeah, but Legion of Mary have men, don't they?
Catholic Women Association.
It's called Legion of Mary, but there are men.
But very few men.
Well,
yeah.
At least there are men.
Yeah,
Do you have one single woman?
No, we don't have, but our spouse, our daughters are also behind us. In any event we have, they are always with us. They're supporting us.
Not associate, not permanent, not aspiring.
But according to our strategic plan now, in the long run, we will involve women.
So would they go under the aspiring group?
Yes, but the name will probably change.
Okay.
But the acronym may remain the same. That's our task now, because OCMD has already been in people's mind for a long time. So if we change the name and OCMD is completely out, it can be a problem. So we want to look at another meaning of OCMD.
So men will change. M will change from men to members.
Probably.
Organization of Catholic Members for Development.
Probably, something like that. That will involve everyone, women and the like. So, in fact, some donors will give us an insight and say, if you want to get donor from other international organizations, your name matters. You see, your name matters.
Money talks.
Yes, you have
and
your
because
name
because they speak that language to
yes,
you.
Your name has.
You are thinking of changing.
Yeah, your name has to impress the donor. So that's why, and the membership has to impress the donor. So that's why we're thinking of now involving women directly, not only men.
Okay. And when it comes to building the faith, are you directly involved, or you just support people in that area, the priests, the catechists?
No, we are directly involved. We're directly involved because we go for outreach programs. In fact, in the Gambia now, we have gone up to all the churches, Catholic churches in the Gambia, from Banjul to Basse. And that has made our members even to travel outside the Combos. If you go to a far area, for example, when we went to Buyam, we went there on a Saturday, spent the night there, having night programs. The next morning, we have a talk with the members of the parish after church, and then everybody was involved. They are happy to see a group from the Combos coming to visit them. In other words, we are also evangelizing. Even a mere visit to a parish, you are evangelizing. Sure. The same in Soma, the same in Farafenye, the same in Basse. But the churches in these combo areas, we just go on a Sunday, involve the parishioners, have a meeting, and then go back to our various homes. And our memberships are drawn from all parishes. Wherever we go, we sell our ideas, our concept. So anybody want to join us can join us after meeting.
Have you been to St. Visitors yet?
Yeah, we've been there about 3 times. And we have some members from...
Maybe you've been going to the 10 o'clock mass?
10 o'clock mass.
You should come to the 8 a.m. That's the main one.
Yeah, when Father Victor was there, he has asked us to come there at 8 o'clock mass.
But I know you people have a problem with 8 o'clock. I invited you there to be here by 8 o'clock. You only came here after 8. To say, where are they? What are your goals for the next 5 years, starting with you, Philip?
Before I come to the goals, it's also important that just to add on to what Patrick have mentioned with regards to evangelization, it has also helped us to help the members in their prayerful lives. In their prayerful lives, OCMD is a place wherein you come and you meet prayer. We have time for retreats twice in the year. We have time for the rosary, time to and that helps personally to the growth of individuals greatly.
Okay, and you do goals now?
Yes. So with regards to the goals
for the next 5 years,
our goal for the next 5 years, in fact, in short, this is a group that has been ongoing, but our main target is to set up a non-government organization, and the core of this is to reach out, is to support the needy in the society.
Okay, you won't just be confining your
limited.
Within the church, supporting church-related activities and all of that. Any other? Or do you have upcoming events and campaigns you'd like to highlight just in the next 2-3 minutes?
Yes, just to add up to what Philip has said. Right now, even ourselves, we have that donor fatigue ourselves.
You're tired of giving to the.
We're tired of giving to the group. So we said, why can we do a fundraising to raise funds to support the works of the group. Now we're coming up with this great idea to organize a gala dinner on the 7th of November and then sell our tables, target a profit, use that money to expand our work and our visibility in the country.
7th of November will be back
on a Friday.
In 3 weeks' time?
In 3 weeks' time, on a Friday. So the preparation is far ahead, and we think we are going to have a successful night on that day.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. And what are the table costs and
we have
individual ticket fees?
Individual ticket is 1,500 per person, and this will be held at the hotel school, the former hotel school, and the table of 20,000. That's the bronze table. The silver is 25,000, and the gold is 30,000. Just to start with, because we have this culture of starting in-house before we move out. So most of our members have already bought those tables for their family. I think 10 tables are already gone from the members. So the other.
How many have you bought? I understand you bought 2.
I bought 1 for my family, and in the category of the 25,000 category.
Yeah. Philip?
Yes, definitely. This is important.
I'm asking, how many tables have you bought?
Oh, I'm gonna buy one.
You've not bought yet.
I've not bought. I'll definitely buy. My family size is big, but it's important for us to mention that we've not got our target yet, and that's why we are here. Who are we looking at? We are looking at families. You want to support us in what we are doing? Please come and buy a table. The tables like Patrick have mentioned, it's the gold, the silver, and the bronze. Reasonable. This will be a day that you will have a fun day out, but inclusion. We are not only looking at Mendekunda. We are saying Bajikunda. We are saying Kulikunda. We are saying Fal. We are not looking at only the Christians. We are looking at across the board. This is a day that you can have an interaction with someone that you have not seen in ages.
Sure. Yes. And we have a very catching theme for this gala dinner, and the theme is harnessing the gains of religious tolerance built by our forefathers.
Harnessing the gains of religious tolerance built by our forefathers.
Yes, and we want to involve all those people in the olden time, during our youth time, that we are involved in bringing unity, religious tolerance in the Gambia. I can remember when we were in St. Augustine's, there was this Ustaz, I think the deputy imam of Banjul, something gay. When Tafsir, yes. Yes, we are right. Yes, he's passed, we know, but we're going to write to the family to come and join us, because when we are having this procession for Sangmari, he always joins us. So that's a sign of religious tolerance. Imam Babali also, and many others out there. We want them to come and join us so that we can begin to harness.
Have you reached out to Imam Babali? He's a big fan of this program.
Yeah, we are going to reach him through his colleague, Paul C. Mendy. I think Paul has his own letter to submit to him.
Okay. Well, the letter might have arrived.
Okay. And also we're going to have a talk from the a talk on the theme to be done by a non-Catholic, let's say the pastors from any of the churches, Pentecostal churches, so that we involve everybody.
Okay. All right. So the date again?
7th November.
The venue?
GTHI,
former hotel school at Canifin.
And access will cost you what?
Access is 1,500 per person. You have a good meal awaits you and drinks, but a table is cost. Bronze is $20,000. Silver is 25,000, and gold is $30,000.
Well, maybe we can afford one of this category of tables, and we will give our support.
That would be very nice. That would be very nice.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming time with Peter Gomez.
Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Axel jam si wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello?
Bisul mu fay.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave in Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. Ak Wave. Bustle mu fine? Wave. Your money is yours.